Hello friends. Welcome back. This is March Bitcoiners reading for uh, till the end of May of 2025. So March Bitcoiners. I'm going to clear the space, make a sound. Okay, thank you. Okay, hopefully you're doing well. Nice to see you again. Welcome back. I have some new cards here, so we'll start off with some different road signs, different things than we're usually looking at. Give us a little new information. That's good. My little cat here is with us, so she will bring us energy. That's good. God is the strength of my heart and my potion when my portion forever. This is the same card that I just pulled for February, so it's a carryover. Yeah, just little inspirational messages here, inspirational psalms and prayers. Okay, now we got affirmation cards here. In January's reading, that little card was different, but it was very, very significant for the reading. So I don't know if I would ignore these little road signs. They seem to have an important meaning, an important message. Okay, today I will persevere. Nothing will worry me. All my problems will pass in time. Yeah, and this I've seen, I think, in February reading as well. So February-March energy is sort of blending. Okay, cat cards. Let's see. Cat calls. Fun cat cards. Raise your hand if you know you're amazing. Here. Raise your hand if you know you're amazing. Okay, March. That's good. You are amazing. And it's a very watery day because it's raining, so. People born in March. So I haven't done the astrological readings yet, but they'll be on Rumble. So if you want to go look at those, I might give you more info. Don't let your past hold you back. South Node. So usually the South Node, has skills that we had in former lives that either we're not supposed to use or that are not helpful for this life. Sometimes they are helpful. Anyway, let's see what the book has to say about it. The South Node, like your North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node. It relates to the past, perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through or whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocated, even toxic. It suggests that someone, even you, needs to be released. That there's some kind of an addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. I release the past. Our relationship is karmic and has played out across many lifetimes. Your attraction to someone may be verging on the obsessive. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. The South Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going south. On the horoscope chart, it shows us that we are likely to become what we are likely to become obsessed with, but which will probably do us little or no good. The South Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us of a well-known phrase: if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. You know, I find myself saying those phrases, you know, like that. Little phrases that I pick up from doing card readings a lot, because they apply to so many situations. You know, time for change. If the needle doesn't pass, the thread doesn't follow. So, until you begin to work on something, you're going out again. Yes? No? In or out, kid? In or out? Yeah. So, I mean, if you don't begin something, you can't literally follow through with it, because you haven't started it yet. Okay. Let's see what the tarot. And this is my kooky rubber hose tarot, so remember, happy squirrel, sad squirrel. And some good graphics on these cards as well. I like this deck. I've been away from reading for these readings for a while, and so I needed some, you know, positive energy coming back in, which is this deck. I love this deck. Okay, Ace of Wands. So look at you, showing up as, you know, divine action, divine inspiration, divine action. Doing. You are a doing. Okay, and your challenge is, wow, 2 aces right away. Ace of Swords. So the truth. You're doing things, but the challenge is you're finding out the truth about things maybe that you're doing. And you're in a place of illusion. So here you are doing things, and then the challenge is, I think you're realizing what you're doing and the effect it's having. And you were in a place of illusion. Maybe you still are. I'm sort of getting a different story though. Six of Cups, so memories. This is what it was like in the past. This is how things were in the past. And Six of Pentacles, equal, sharing, let's be fair. Let's keep things, you know, good for everyone. Your skills are the Three of Swords. So you're able to process some hard thoughts and ideas. Been through some stuff. There's a sense of maturity. You doing the work? You really putting in the work, putting in the effort. And the environment is 2 of Wands, so planning. There could be any number of things that could come from this. And that's where we are right now. You're in the planning environment. Hopes and fears are reflection. You're going in because your hopes and fears are internal hopes and fears. They are not out where everyone else is talking about the same thing. You see a problem, they don't see it. Final outcome, Ace of Cups. Wow, 3 aces. This is you in your heart and acting with love. This is you acting with love. An inspired heart. I think you're coming out of an illusion and you find yourself in a place where you have a lot of fondness for the past. You have good memories. There seems to be a lot of fairness and equality. and you want to continue doing that, but there's the ability to work through difficult situations. You are working through things, maybe difficult situations, but you are doing the work. And now you're planning to move forward. You're thinking about things and really trying to have a good understanding to bring forth new things in your life, and you're in your heart. And you're in your heart. Let's see. Advice going forward. King of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. So, yeah, this is, mastery of the physical realm. Mastery of the physical realm. Messages about money. And information about money. And the Sun. Brilliance. Absolute brilliance. Not a bad reading here, March. Not a bad reading at all. So I think you're in a really good place. People like you, but you've realized that what you're doing wasn't working, and you're making gentle changes. But it's all inspired by your heart and by divine inspiration. You're being almost gently moved by God and the angels to do something different, so you can move out of the heartache and work on better things. And you're thinking and planning those things. You're in a stage of development. That's what's happening now all around you. But you still have decisions to make, and you don't want to get caught here just stuck in the illusion of your head and thinking. And but that's also a source of information, understanding, wisdom. And this is an inspired, feeling. It's love. And this is love. And you have the resources and more information about resources and brilliance. So raise your hand if you know you're amazing, because you are amazing. And don't let the past, it's a step that you took, and now it's a completion of a cycle, and you'll persevere. You'll get through this, because you're going to be fine. You have strength in your heart, and you are being supported by the divine. 3 aces. Ace, ace, and ace. Seriously? And the challenge is the ace of truth, so you have to really look at the hard truths. I think you're going to be able to do this. You're absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Alright, let's see what the Lenormand can add to this fabulous reading, because you've apparently been doing a lot of things right. And this is, a way to swim gently into the next thing. It's very fluid, it flows well, it's very gentle, it's very just a gentle rocking. It's not craziness, it's gently moving along the path, away from illusion into truth, and understanding yourself and your heart. Okay, let's see what the Lenormand can add to this beautiful reading. You are a star. Here's the star card. Again, brilliance. Optimism, brilliance. Following the sun. And what else? Decisions, right. And some hardship, some severe hardship. But nothing you can't get through. Definitely. Nothing you can't get through. And luck is on your side. You're being protected. You're being guided. You're being given the resources. That's what these aces are. The resources and the guidance and the understanding. All of those things are being given to you so that you can make the proper decisions and get past your past and the hurt, and you can be brilliant again. Yeah, this might actually, because of the situation of the astrology, you may be able to get past this a lot quicker than most situations. They say, you go through this, it takes this many years. You go through this, it takes this many years to recover and everything. Well, everybody's different, and everybody moves in a different way and comes in with different resources. So, trunk, stability, loyalty, reliability. Yeah, you've got that. You have a lot of stability, reliability, loyalty. You have that as a resource. Even though you've been through some tough stuff, you've got a good situation here where you're not being dropped. You're being gently held and, guided to see some new wonderful things and opportunities. Okay, let's see, trunk. Which is also what 101, a new class, a first class of learning. Stability, loyalty, reliability. Like a spine, the stalk or trunk is the central column of a plant from which everything branches. It is both the support and connector, unifying the extremities of crown and roots. The newer, softer wood just beneath the protective bark of the trunk conveys moisture from the ground upward and moves energy created in the leaves downward. The core is what gives the tree its strength. Strength, my core. Okay, like the tree, your core has been formed of past experiences. Yeah, as we have seen. And, they've made you grow. Make a list of your core beliefs. Who are you? What you hold dear, and what you would never compromise on. This is who you truly are, your core beliefs. The trunk card reminds you to stay true to those beliefs to provide a safe, stable place for new experiences to develop. What have some formative experiences in your life been, and how have they shaped who you are? Well, and it's about core beliefs, it's boiling yourself down to who you really are and then letting the rest fall away. The things that from the past, the things that people said and projected on you and said, well, this is who you are, and you said, okay, and you took that on, even though that's not who you are. Those are projections from other people, parents, spouses, siblings, cousins, friends, employers. They project all of these ideas on who they think that you are, and then you're supposed to live up to them. Sometimes that's convenient, sometimes it's inconvenient. I think it's always an illusion. So, it's always an illusion. Yeah, it's about authenticity now. Being your authentic self. Virgo, digest. Virgo. That's funny, because the last reading was the 6th house, and that's Virgo. 6. Virgo, symbolized by a woman goddess holding a sheaf of wheat. The mutable earth sign Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Wheat can only feed the multitudes once the grain is sorted from the chaff. Virgo is connected to the nervous system and the intestinal tract, the job of which is to sort nutrients from waste. The sun shines here August 21st to September 21st. Action. Look for the grain and release the chaff. Weed, harvest, sort. Something in this situation needs to be sorted, edited, or reorganized in order to bring in its harvest. Whether you're asking about a relationship, a work project, or the culture in which you work. Virgo wants you to be specific, sort and release a habit, not a person, and change how you interact, but not necessarily with whom you interact. Examine the situation for the patterns that need to be released and composted, and what seeds need to be saved for another time and planted for the next season. Rather than focusing on faults, appreciate what is valuable about each interaction, opportunity, and person. Truly absorb the worth and wonder and be healed thereby. It may be time to take an introspective break and work on your self-care routine. Look at your diet and health habits to see what needs improvement. Absorb vitality. Yeah, ashwagandha, man, you want vitality. Take some ashwagandha. If you just weed the garden and don't plant and cultivate, all you have is an empty bed. Editing without creating gives you no content. Sometimes you have to ask the inner editor to take a break and let the creative processes flow. Then let the editor clean and polish. This world is gloriously complex. Virgo encourages us to see how the details fit together. That's your opposite, by the way, if you're a Pisces. How the leaves and twigs make up a forest. Light and shadow co-create our image of the whole. Rather than judge the worth of the part, pay attention to the necessary role each piece plays. The chaff protects wheat so it can grow, and therefore has value even if it's not edible. Perceive not just with your mind, but with your mind, heart, and your soul together. That had great value, I thought. It talks all about what we've been talking about, leaving the past behind, moving forward, separating what has value and what does not, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, being gentle with yourself, understanding things, getting rid of the illusions. All those things were reinforced. South Node. Camel. What are you carrying with you? Moon. Look at that moon. Okay, Camel. Able to endure in difficult situations, too. Camel. Resourceful, independent, knows oneself. Yeah, knows oneself. The camel can handle absolutely anything as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenge with ease. Ease. Even in the face of excess heat, judgment, or anger, the camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance, fire and water, and being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and especially fond of trips to faraway lands. Calm, content, sparkle in the eye. Well, there it is. You are this watery camel, and you can move easily in any terrain, and you can stand the heat because you're enduring and you have a new place to go. So it's time to let go of the old stuff because new stuff is coming in and you have a new place to go. I hope this reading was helpful for you. Like, share, subscribe if you will. And thanks for your time, and I'll see you around.